Welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you've never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. We're gonna do a tiny beef stew. I say tiny because this is like less than a pound of stew meat that I have here, but it's really just me and my husband, so you don't always have to make a huge portion, you know what I mean? Because I love it left over, but a pound of meat, a pound of veggies, 2 pounds, that's gonna be enough for us to eat it at least twice, I think. So I put the meat directly from the package, you just saw me open it, right into a bowl. And I'm gonna start with a tablespoon, like a heaping, that might be a tablespoon and a half of flour. Kind of just want no muss, no fuss today. So I'm gonna do Montreal steak seasoning, which I love, is widely available. And I'm gonna put a tablespoon of that. But just remember, if you're like, oh my gosh, that's so much seasoning, that we have to season the meat and the veggies and the broth and everything that goes into the stew. You're gonna want it to be pretty heavily seasoned at this point. And then I'm just gonna toss the meat around in the seasonings and the flour. You could stir the seasonings and the flour like together when you start if you want, but I just find once it's all gonna go in the pot, it's all gonna get mixed with broth. It doesn't really matter. Now, the reason we're putting this flour coating onto our meat is because when we brown off our meat with this coating on it, it's going to leave lots of delicious like brown bits in the bottom, which are going to help us get delicious layers of flavor. It's also going to help us thicken up the sauce so that it's thick like stew like you want it, and it's going to give us a beautiful crust on the meat when we sear it. So it does lots of really cool functions. I promise it's not dirty, it's just stained. Here's my Dutch oven. I'm gonna preheat my Dutch oven on medium-high heat for a minute or two. You could also use a big, heavy pot or whatever will hold, you know, the veg plus the meat plus the broth. Okay, once our pan is hot, which hopefully it is, but we'll see in a minute, we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil on the bottom, nothing too crazy. You know I love my �ґ𝐻𝐵𝐺, so that's what I'm using. Now I'm testing to see if it's hot enough, and it's not. I want a nice sizzle when I put the meat in. So I'm gonna wait a second for this to heat up. We want it to be nice and sizzly like this. And we're just going to let it get a nice crust. So leave it like without moving it for a minute or two. And then once it gets a nice crust on it, then we'll turn them over. Our goal is not to cook the meat all the way through. Obviously, we're gonna cook it in the stew. We just wanna get nice brown color on it. We wanna start to get some brown stuck to the bottom of our pan. We're just building layers of flavor. We also don't want to crowd the pan, so I'm going to do more than one batch because I still have some meat left over. Okay, after a minute or two, we're going to start turning the meat over and getting a nice crust built up on the opposite side of the meat. That one could use another minute on this side. Okay, when my meat's browned, I pull it out and put it on a plate, and then I'm going to add a little more oil so I can do my next batch. And I'm gonna put those in, and I'm gonna do them probably like 2 minutes on each side. We're gonna be deglazing with some beef stock. So I'm gonna make my beef stock with better than bouillon or beef broth, it doesn't matter, as opposed to using like a box one, because I just really like the flavor. So I'm gonna start with 2 cups. So I'm gonna basically put 2, you know, heaping teaspoons of better than bouillon in here, and then I'm gonna add a couple of cups of water. And so you could just use a box. You don't have to do this. I just really like the flavor of this a little bit better. Now, full disclosure, I do not always do this, but today I'm gonna make a little bit of a roux. I'm just feeling like a real thick stew. So I just took the leftover flour and seasoning that I had in my bowl from my meat. And I'm just putting it in the leftover oil at the bottom of my pan. And I'm just gonna let it cook for like 1 minute, just to get the raw sort of flavor out of it. If you don't have any oil left in your pan, then you're gonna have to add a little oil to do this part, because a roux is just oil and flour. That's all it is. So it can be butter, it can be olive oil, it can be fat from meat, any kind of fat plus flour, that's a roux. Just gonna cook it for a minute, not too long. This is blooming and smelling so amazing because it had all those seasonings left over in it from the Montreal steak seasoning too. Okay, now we're gonna do what's called deglazing. I'm gonna use like a cup of red wine, but this could just be beef stock or beef broth. It doesn't have to be wine. I just like wine, so I'm gonna put a cup, maybe a cup and a half of red wine. And then to deglaze just means to get all those crispy bits off the bottom. So when you add liquid to a hot pan, it's gonna lift all those crunchy, crispy bits, that flavor that we created off of the pan. So that's what deglaze means. So then you just wanna take like a wooden spoon or a stiff spoon. Silicone does not work best for this, even though I love a silicone spoon. And we're just gonna stir it around and scrape all the crispy bits off the bottom of the pan and incorporate them into our sauce. I'm doing all of this over medium heat. You can see we have a nice little bubble going, and the bottom of our pan is pretty much cleaned off. Sometimes I do a little tomato paste, sometimes I do a little garlic. Today I'm just keeping it super, super simple, and I'm not gonna do any of that. All right, I'm gonna add my meat back into this bubbling, delicious liquid, and then I'm gonna put all of the drippings also that the meat released while it was sitting on the plate, which in this case was not very much, but we're gonna put it in. Then we're gonna add that beef stock that we made with the nothing but bouillon to the party. Okay, and I think I need just a smidge more liquid, so I'm gonna add a little bit more water. We just want enough liquid that all of our meat is covered. And then we're gonna bring this back up to a boil. All right, she's back up to the boil. We're gonna cover and turn it down to low and simmer for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It can even be 3 until your meat's tender. But in the middle, I'm gonna throw in my veg. Everything's bubbling away, right, with the lid on low heat. And I'm just gonna peel up some carrots, and I'm gonna wash up some little baby potatoes. You could add whatever veg you want that's hearty and can stand up. So you could add onions if you love them, but you guys know I don't. You could do celery. You can do whatever you want in your beef stew. I'm gonna do carrots and potatoes because that's what I like. Cutting my carrots up into nice big hunks because they have to stand up to being cooked for a couple of hours, and I'm just doing it on the bias to be a little cutesy with it, but you could just chunk it up. I wouldn't make them too small or they'll disintegrate into nothing, so I have a little bit of varying size. That's the ends of the carrots, and I'm just putting them in a bowl so that I can add it all at one time. All right, I've added some little potatoes, and I'm just gonna leave them whole because I feel like it's a no muss, no fuss kind of day. So I gave everything a good rinse, and I'm gonna go throw it in the pot. Oh, it looks absolutely stunning. Now, when I put the veg in, it kind of cooled things down. So I'm gonna bring it back up to a boil before I cover it and put it on low and just let it cook until the meat gets tender. Okay, here's where we're at after 2 hours, and it's still pretty thin. So I'm gonna do 30 minutes with the lid off and see if I can get it to thicken up a little bit. And if I can't, then we might do a cornstarch slurry. Be back in 30. Okay, it's better, but it's still not thick enough. So I just put a tablespoon of cornstarch into some cold water. I'm gonna put like a little, like half of it in. And I'm going to let it come to a boil and see if it's thick enough. If it's not, I'll put all of it in until I get the desired consistency. I also tasted for seasoning before this, and I did add a little bit of salt because it needed just a little more salt. Oh my gosh, look at how gorgeous. It's so hot. Getting like a beef stew facial. All right, we got a carrot and a little chunk of beef. Let's try not to burn our face. You know the potato's gonna burn. Salty, savory, beefy, warm, cozy. Like if it's snowing outside where you are, you gotta do it. And it was so easy. We didn't do anything extra. I love you guys.